Hello and welcome to Final Fantasy Tactics, a tactical RPG developed by Square Enix, and originally it was released in 1997, which is quite a while ago. I guess like 24 years ago. Is that right? I don't know if I'm doing my math correctly. This is the War of the Lions remake though, so this is one on the PSP. The original was on the PlayStation 1. This one's on the PSP. There's also, I believe, version on the phones, I think? iOS and Android, if I'm not mistaken. At least I think on the iOS. Oh, is it on Android? I mean, I just assume it's also on Android, you know, it's on the phone and everything. But yeah. I don't know, I just want to return this game. Oh, the thing is playing again. Whatever, I'll just let it play. But, want to play this game because I was feeling a little nostalgic. You know, I was browsing through Steam and it's like, I don't know what games to play. You know what? I'll go back to an old classic, the one I played before, in my childhood, right? I never really played it when it was released and everything, but I played it a while later. I remember it being a good game, you know, Final Fantasy Tactics. If anything, I have the most memories of this Final Fantasy rather than the actual main series Final Fantasies. You know? Because I never actually played too much. I don't know. I watched playthroughs. I played a little bit here and there of the actual main Final Fantasies, but I've never had much attachment to that. If anything, when I think of Final Fantasy, I think of the tactics games. But anyway, let's begin a new game. I'm rambling too much. Let's just go. No? Let's just go. Whee! Alright. It's a little pixely. I mean, it's on the PSP, so it's gonna be a little hard to read text here. It should be a little bit better in the actual main game. You know? At least, you know, hopefully get used to it. But anyway, I am Eraslim, student of, I don't know how to pronounce this. Ivalice? I know in Japanese, like Ivalice. So Ivalice. Ivalice is middle age. You are familiar with the War of the Lions, no? Not really. Never played the remake, so. Because I remember actually, well, I played the original game. It's been so long though, I don't remember what I even did. So I've forgotten everything about the actual story, and I don't even know if I beat it. Like I remember spending a lot of time in that game. I don't know if I even, you know, actually got an ending or anything. I don't remember. Anyway, it was a bit of War of Succession that rent the land of Ivalice in two. Here we first find mention of Delita Herald, a hitherto unknown young man. The hero would draw the curtain on this dark act of our history. His is a heroism of great renown, a story familiar to all who dwell within our land. But what the eye sees is oftentimes a mere fragment of the truth. Ivalice? What's up, Cupo Blancas? Cupo is a reference to Mugos. Anyway, there was another young man, rather, the youngest of House Beoulve. Or Beoulve? I don't want to say Beoulve. Beoulve. Long famed for producing leaders of knights and men. There is no official record of the role he played on history's stage. However, according to the Durai papers, the existence of which became known to the public only this last year, they had long lain concealed in church archives. This forgotten young man is in fact the true hero. The church maintains he was a heretic, an inciter of unrest and disturber of the peace, which account is to be believed. Join me in my search to uncover the answer. Oh yeah, I remember, it's like, was it in the original PlayStation? I can't remember, but like, I guess the story is kind of like, you know, you're looking back to the past. Like, you're following like this old man as like a narrator, I guess. And then he's like retelling the story, and then you actually play it. But before we begin, may I ask you to share with me your name and the day of your birth? Now, remember when I played this game originally, I kind of, I always do the thing. I feel like everyone does this. They just use their own name. But yeah, no, for this playthrough, it's gonna be a very casual playthrough, by the way. I'm not gonna do anything too special. I mean, I have ideas in mind, the way I like to play the game, I guess, but nothing too, like, special. So it's gonna be just a very, very casual playthrough, just like basically all my playthroughs, really. But I was gonna say, though, I think I'll just keep it as Ramza. Just because it makes sense. I don't feel like changing this character's name because in my head now, because I didn't know at the time when I actually played the game that it'd be kind of like their own character, you know. Basically, the protagonist of this game. Let me just do that. Okay, is the name Ramza alright? Again, the text is a little. Hopefully, the text isn't too bad. Yeah, a little pixely, but kind of works, right? It's a very pixely game. I mean, the biggest thing about this game is that it has a bunch of pixel art. Similar to the GBA Fire Emblem games, you know? Never got a sequel, though. I mean, there was the GBA versions that maybe I'll talk about later, but basically I didn't like the GBA versions as much. I like the gameplay is fine, it's basically the same gameplay. But the story, you know, just isn't the same. I'm gonna choose, I mean, I don't know, I don't know if he has a canonical, like... I mean, there's the mechanics involving zodiacs as well, that, you know, you might want to pick the most optimal thing. I'm not gonna do that either, like, this is like... that's too much min-maxing. But yeah, there's like a system in this game that involves like zodiacs, you know, depending on like which, I believe like even depending on which month you choose, it represents a certain thing and it gives you certain stats and all that sort of thing, but yeah, I'm gonna choose July, only because that's my birth month, yes. Born under the sign of Cancer, which is a crab, by the way. Also, there's cutscenes, by the way, this is new in the War of the Lions, I believe. There wasn't cutscenes in the original one. Let's watch them. Yeah. Final Fantasy Tactics. Alright. Arriving at the first scene of the game, I believe? It's funny because, you know, if you didn't know, this game, I remember being quite dark. Actually, oh, Father, abandon not your wayward children in Ivalice, but deliver us from our sins that we might know salvation. Text there. I want to say, like, this game's actually quite dark. You know, it's like comparatively to, I mean, I don't know all of the Final Fantasies, but compared to like JRPGs in general, is that this game is actually quite brutal. You know, it's like it's basically proto Game of Thrones. You know, But like, there's a lot of medieval political intrigue, which I remember fondly because I think it was pretty cool at the time. I don't know, we'll see, I guess. But it's funny how like the backdrop though is a bunch of like chocobos running about. In my head, when I think of chocobos, I think they're like cute little birds in the Final Fantasy series. And yet somehow we're supposed to take that seriously, I guess. The cutscenes, the cutscenes as well. I don't know how I feel about the cutscenes, but we'll see if it enhances the story or maybe makes it look silly. We'll see, I guess. Anyway, Lady Ophelia, it is time. Lady Ophelia, wasn't it Ophelia before? I know. Oh, that's another thing as well I wanted to mention. That the War of the Lions. I mean, changes a few things. It's basically the same game mostly, but for example, they did change the script. So the translation is different. It's more like old-timey English, I guess, like Shakespearean instead of the original, which is more straightforward, I guess. Anyway, Ophelia. I'll not be much longer, Argius. Your escort has already arrived, Majesty. Please, heed the good lady's words, Highness. You must hurry. Still in here, are you? It's been the better part of an hour. Gafgarian. Is it that everyone has weird names? How you say Gafgarian? Gafgarian. You forget yourself, sir. You are in the presence of the princess. Mayhap bound heads will less offend. You do well to waste less time on idle pleasantries. I see even the noble order of the northern sky cannot rid itself of vulgar knaves. A guard captain in these rain-sodden hidden lands, I'll not expect chivalry. Yeah, everyone's especially Shakespeare now. We are in the employ of the order, not of it. Our pay does not cover trite courtesies to the likes of you. Govern your tongue. Enough. Let us be on our way. And basically, this is flashbacks to like a high school play. Every high school always does like a Shakespeare play. Anyway, the father watch over you, child. And you, elder. Milady, the enemy is upon us! Duke Goltana's men. We are paid for this. Time to earn our keep. What is it, Ramza? You both getting paid to do a job? I'm a knight no longer. Just another sellsword. Right then, to battle! Okay, so we're starting right in the middle, I believe. Because, there's already established characters and everything, but we don't know their names too much. Deliver us, oh lord. And the plot is quite complicated, actually. If you blink, you'll miss what's going on, actually. I remember that the plot is like, a lot of things going on. And it was starting right in the middle. What do you call that? There's a name for that, when like a movie or story starts in the middle or something. I want to say mens rea? Is that the right word? Or is that something else? Mens rea? Anyway. Or, can't remember. Anyway. They bear the crest of the Black Lion. Duke Goltana must be mad. Does he mean to start a war? You there, wench. You cannot hope to defeat us. I'm so evil. I'm just a generic character portrait. You will surrender the princess. If not, well, I would hate to see anything happen to that pretty face of yours. I think he's just a generic character. I don't think he's actually important. Ahead on assault, these swords of Goltana lack wits one and all. In medias res? Oh, that's what it says. I don't know why I thought mens res. Is that something else? I don't know. In medias res. Oh, thanks for telling me, that chairman? What's up? Well, in that case, you should be able to handle this without you, Garion. Mayhap you could. There's no money to be made in that. Lad, Ramza, with me. I remember these characters. I remember a certain thing about Gafgarian, but anyway. I mean, just in case, I'll put this on YouTube, so just in case, for some reason, you haven't played Final Fantasy Tactics, and somebody's watching this on YouTube. I don't want to spoil the story, necessarily, so I'm not going to say anything too spoilery, but let's just say I remember these people. Kill them all. Leave no man standing. You would have us slaughter them? Are you mad? Kill them here and you have played into Duke Goltana's hands. We need only put them to rout. I find dead men rout more easily. How's that work? We mean they rout more easily. They're dead. Because routing means like, you know, to flee the battlefield. Anyway, this is like a gimme mission. Can't really do much here. Most of the other characters is just do everything for us, I believe. We don't control anyone as far as I know, except the main character. But yeah, I guess it's just to, you know, get used to actual mechanics and everything. It's a grid-based combat system, you know, it's basically Disgaea. I played Disgaea before. And also similar to Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem is a little more over the, you know, over the top though, but this one has a little more isometric view. But yeah, it's grid-based. Let's see, can you like, can I? Yeah, I can move a little bit like this, just get a better angle. Everything's in sprites. So as far as I know, nothing's like 3D necessarily, though I guess the battlefield's all 3D, maybe different in the PSP version, but yeah, not much we can do here. We could just move, go over here, why not? I don't really remember all the intricacies of this, of the gameplay, to be honest. But just the basics I know. You move, you can act, you can do the old, what is it, can I throw a rock? Oh damn it, I can't throw a rock. Because I remember this game, I mean, it's mostly pointless, but there's the ability where you can just throw rocks at people, and it's funny to me. All the translation is different though. I can't remember what it was originally, but I feel like these are different for some reason. I could be wrong. These are for rush. So what kind you can? Yeah, you can do that. So it shows you what you do. You attack by ramming into them. Focus, increase attack power. Chant, sacrifice HP, restore twice as much to an ally. How much we can do? I mean, again, it doesn't really matter, but I'll just focus, I guess. I believe you can also just wait. Waiting is also a tactic because it allows you to increase your charge time, I think, or CT. Because there's kind of like, I don't know what you call it, but like similar to, I guess, the original Final Fantasies, kind of like a ATB system. Is that what you call it? But basically, everyone, you know, obviously everyone takes turns, everything, depending on how fast they are. They go a little bit faster. But you don't have to all use up all your actions in one turn. You can just wait, and that allows you to move a little bit quicker next time. You know, next like round of people need to go and everything and all that. Yeah, this is just a tutorial mission, if nothing else. I remember the game gets really hard though, actually. So I don't know. We'll see. It's gonna be awkward to edit this on YouTube, because I remember when I did the Fire Emblem Path of Radiance playthrough. Was that what it was? Path of Radiance, right? The one on the GameCube. At first it wasn't too hard, you know. I could just make like, I could just do like, the way I edited it was like per mission. So like, oh, mission 1 it takes like 10 minutes, right? I'll just put just 10 minutes, or not even 10 minutes, like 20 minutes. And sometimes I did like 2 missions in one video because it wasn't long enough. Because often I like to have a little bit longer videos. But I wonder how long, you know, because these tactics games, sometimes missions take like the entire stream, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. It's gonna be awkward when I have like a 4-hour, I'm gonna have like a 5-hour video on YouTube, which is not the norm. Usually I have like an hour at most. I try to keep it under an hour, even though that's also not really, you know, the best. Usually you want to have like half an hour maybe at most. But I'm a weirdo. I don't like cutting the videos into half-an-hour chunks because I feel like it cuts off, you know. I feel like I haven't really like, it doesn't feel like a full episode unless it's like 1 hour, even though I feel like it's pretty long. But anyway, again, we don't really do much. Doesn't really matter. Let's go here and slash him in the face. Why not? Yeah. Let's go look at stats as well. There's bravery and faith. I mean, there's a lot of mechanics, but I don't know if I'll be able to explain it all. You like, can you go check this? Can you like do this? Yeah, you can do that, by the way. Turn order, HP, MP, self-explanatory. Can you check the username? Squire. I believe Squire is one of the beginning classes, but Ramza's unique because he has his own like unique class. It's technically Squire, but like he has different skills he learns. There's also constellations. There's something about like constellations and compatibilities and all stuff. I don't pay attention to that too much. Also bravery and faith. I don't remember exactly what these do, but I think they're related to like skills and all that. Bravery are like usually like physical stuff. Faith is like magic stuff. Move, jump, speed. Got a bunch of equipment here. I don't think we're gonna have this equipment later. This is all just, again, just a tutorial, so I'm gonna have all that. Also abilities. So you can either attack or use a skill, and you know, jobs, and the biggest draw in this game is definitely like jobs. Like you can learn different types of jobs, similar to like a system in one of the other Final Fantasy, one of the original ones. I can't remember which one. It's like a job system in Final Fantasy, one of the older ones. And the biggest draw in this game is that, just like a lot of like tactics games, you can learn skills from different types of jobs, different types of classes, and you can make your own kind of little characters, right? The way I'm probably gonna play this game is probably just gonna make a few generic characters, and they're just gonna be, you know, with me the entire journey. You know, that's how I probably will play the game. And I like making them unique and all that, and have their own little personalities, I guess, in terms of gameplay anyway. We'll see about that later, though. Yeah, I remember this game being quite hard. So I don't know. It might be like, I could spend like hours on one mission and then fail and do it again or something. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not exactly the best at this game. I never got to the point where, because I feel like a lot of people, when they play this game, especially the ones that are still playing it now, which is crazy to me since the beginning. But you could definitely be so into the mechanics, you could like do really weird things. The job system, and make your character like super powerful and all that, and min-max and all that fun stuff. I guess I don't want to be too obsessed with that, because if I do that, that'll take. I mean, I can do that, I guess, but it'll take forever. I think, unless you do like, I mean, there's different challenges you could do. You could do like a more like. You could do a challenge where instead of like leveling up your characters to maximum, that's what you can do, right? You can like make your character basically learn everything. You know, they just learn everything. You spend hours just attacking, like you could grind it by like making your characters attack each other and throwing rocks at each other or something. I don't know. And they make your character super powerful, and they learn every skill, which takes a long time. You could also just simply play through the game without doing any of that, and just, you know, try to like focus on the tactics side of this game, and just not min-max everything, right? Or at least, well, you still gonna min-max, I guess, but for example, people have probably done like solo character runs and all that, using only the main character, even though you're supposed to use like a full party, and only like rely on just the main missions instead of like grinding your characters up and everything, right? What I'll probably do is gonna be like, you know, it's just gonna be casual. So this is how I usually do this. It's just mostly for nostalgia, to be honest. And the story, I guess, as well. I want to learn the story. Remember what happened in this game, because I remember it being pretty good. Oh, my controller. Why is my controller... I don't know. This is like a thing on my side, but like my controller keeps like disconnecting for some reason. That's why like sometimes whenever some games I keep playing, like it keeps interrupting the music and the audio, because it stutters a little when it reconnects. It keeps doing that. I get a new cable, but I get a new cable. Anyway, I mean, we're just gonna wait, because everyone else is just gonna kill that guy, so we can't do much anyway. Can't have him throw a rock. I remember one of the first skills in this game you learn is throwing a rock. I just find that hilarious in a battlefield. It is legitimate, I guess. You can finish people off with a rock, actually, and also knock people off. Oh, anyway, cutscene.
The princess.
This way. Be quick, and try making a little less noise.
I'll not take orders from you.
You've quite a mouth on you, princess. Forgive me. 'Tis your birth and faith that wrong you, not I.
Hold there!
Is it truly him?
Okay, that's weird. People have voice actors.
It cannot be.
Delete.
He lives? But why does he fight under the banner of Duke Goltona?
He's too quick, by the way. His speed is just too high. No one could catch up to him. That's how you say his name? Delita? I was gonna say though, everyone having voices, that's weird to me. Records of the hero Delita first appeared 1 year before the outbreak. The loss of the 50 Years' War saw knights returning from the front stripped of livelihood, their fealty to the crown and nobility abandoned. Many became rogues and traitors, men donning the thief's cloak and plotting treason against the crown. It was a time of great unrest for Ivalice. Murder and theft were commonplace. Many were the young adventurer and mage who stepped forward to counter this threat. Of such, the city of Garland too saw its share. Okay, so chapter 1 is the game proper, or the story anyway. This is like 1 year before all that, before what happened with the Delita, I guess. The Royal Military Academy of Garland. Wow. Yeah, a little pixely. I don't know. It's either that or another way I can do is like not make it pixely, but then it looks bad if I like stretch it. I don't know. Another wing was struck last night on its way to Egros. Egros? The Corpse Brigade again. I wonder where all this leads. Delita, what do you make of this? I'm not sure. I have my guess, but I'm listening. I think Duke Larg is coming to Garland. Duke Larg, why? Not just the Duke. The Marquis Elmdor D. Limberry, too. That's the first I've heard of it. This has not the sound of a state visit. All of Ivalice is in turmoil. The Order is supposed to be keeping things under control, but the fact is they number too few. And they mean to bolster the numbers of us. Alright everybody, form up! Says a man. This guy has a fancy cape. The Order of the Northern Skies is the assignment for his Knight's Apprentice. As I'm sure you're already aware, the number of brigands roaming Galleon is on the rise. Among them, the Corpse Brigade, a seditious lot with a grudge against the crown. Rogues such as they must be dealt with. The Order has been commanded to undertake an operation to eliminate the brigade, an operation of a grand scale. We will not be acting alone. The Order will be joined by, among others, His Excellency, Duke Larg's Royal Guard, stationed at Igros. This will leave Igros, I don't know if you're saying like that, Igros? Castle undermanned. Your task will be to proceed there and support us from the rear by bolstering its defenses. The time to take up arms is upon you, young apprentices. I've just received word that a band of thieves routed by our knights flees here to Garland, seeking refuge. We will move to stop them and finish the task of our brothers. You, young apprentices, will accompany us. This is but a squall before the storm of battle. Prepare yourselves at once. Dismissed. Squall. Squall just reminds me of FF8. You just like to save progress? Yes? Like to save it, please. Save over here. Good. Alright. Alright, so you get to choose your things. I'll probably replace all these. You get a choice of these little like generic characters. I want to rename them. I don't know if there's a way to rename them, but I'd rather just kind of just not kill them, but like, fire them, and then just have my own like party of generic characters. 'Cause that's how I usually like to play the game. I like, at least when I played it anyway, I like the idea of like having my own characters. Being there. I guess they're not really in the story, but I like to pretend that they are. I don't know. So I feel like attached to it. It's like Pokemon, right? I mean, I think the first mission doesn't matter, right? I'm not gonna use these people anyway, but just in case, I guess I'll just have them around. Have a chemist, just in case. 2 chemists. I don't know. We rather want Ramza to take most of the experience, though. That's the thing in this game as well. It's like kind of like a snowball effect. You want to make sure your characters, that the ones you're going to be using, get the most experience. if you kind of like, I mean, you can, but it's not recommended. You could just have like a bunch of characters that keep rotating, and you know, getting experience at a turn. But rather, you usually want a few characters getting all of the experience instead of like doing that, because you can only, as far as I know, you can only like have a limited amount of characters in each mission on the battlefield, right? At once. What have we here? We moppets, is it? Our luck's went and turned for the better. Alright, lads, cut through these ones we're good as fed. Or fled? Is it fed or fled? I don't know if you say fled. We'll make a quick work of them, and don't be leaving those squirrels behind neither. Objective, defeat all enemies. And also delay those, I guess. Yo, can he die, by the way? I don't think he can, right? He's also a guest character, I believe. At this point. Still. I wonder if he can die. I don't think, I mean, you know, he seems the point, right? You literally see him 1 year later. He literally has plot armor, so he can't die, as far as I know. Unless you try to kill him. Just hit him. He might just run away, though. That's usually the case, you know? As far as I know in this game. Also, why is my controller keeps disconnecting? Stop it. It keeps doing that. Oh my god. Stop it. Just stop doing that, controller. Anyway. Careful, Ramza. Remember, the well-aimed thrust pierces the mail. Don't patronize me, Delita. We Beowulves, it's like Beowulf, maybe? Beowulves know our way around the battlefield. Beowulf, was it? Heir to the noble house Beowulf, I wager. Looks like we are some apprentices from the academy. Well, highborn moppets is still moppets. I don't know what moppets mean. Muppets? No. Lay down your arms or die clutching them. None will mourn your passing. And you mean to make us do that, then? You are far over your little heads. Alright. Let's go over here. This way. I just want to see where I'm going. Let's go over here. My enemies over here. Let's just start murdering. Yeah. Kill. Murder. Destroy. Only 20 experience, or 20 damage though. Actually, I want to do something like... So I'll make sure he gets the experience, you know? Guest characters, I was saying before, guest characters usually don't matter too much. Or, oh, that's just chance. Oh yeah. I forgot I don't have the skill that allows me to increase my attack. Okay, fine, I'll just... I was thinking like I want to like kill steal, you know? Like let Delita attack first and then I steal the kill, but whatever. Doesn't matter too much. And these characters are just gonna... I don't know. Just gonna stand here, to be honest. I kind of don't want them to gain experience because I'm not gonna use them, so... They're just gonna be here. You know, they're gonna stand. They're gonna watch. They're gonna see how it's done, you know? Just go this way. Oh, but they keep killing your moves because I keep making them wait. You know? Anyway. So my experience. But yeah, guest characters usually don't matter because, especially if they're plot important, they don't, you know, just let them do whatever they want. The exception, which is almost in every tactics game, is if they're important to the mission. So if the objective says like, oh, if this character dies, then you lose, right? In which case, it becomes a very annoying escort mission, which is always in every tactics game ever. Every time. Anything? Re-equip, rush. We're gonna really just attack my own teammates. Cause I want Ramza to get as much experience as he can. Let's see. Attack you in the water. I believe height, you know, I mean there's terrain advantages, I believe. Like literally, you know, the meme in Star Wars where Obi-Wan says, I have the high ground, Anakin. You know? I think that's actually a thing. I mean, if you're too far away in terms of height, then you can't attack at all, especially in melee. But and I remember attacking with rocks. These characters don't have rock powers. You have rock power? No. I swear there was a move where you can like throw rocks. Anyway, but yeah, there's like the terrain stuff, there's the height advantages. So usually you don't want to stay under a character because then you can't dodge them. As you get like a penalty to dodge, I think. If like below a character. As far as I don't know, that might depend. I think that's the case. I could be mistaken for a different game though. I was just thinking, this playthrough might take a while, though. Like, I don't know how long this game is necessarily, I just remember it being long. And because it's a tactics game, tactics games always take longer for me. Especially, by the end of the game, it's kind of like moving a bunch of characters one by one. It takes a long while. So. Alright, well, we'll just kill you. I guess you're not going to be waiting around for Ramza to kill you, so I'll kill you like this. Wow. Do a lot of damage though, but I'll kill you eventually. Alright, Ramza. Oh yeah, another thing I want to mention. Again, it's only for people who've never played this game before, I guess, but it's common in a lot of other tactics RPGs. Facing a direction is actually pretty important, generally speaking, you don't want to be attacked in the back, and vice versa for the enemy. So usually you want to attack them in the back as well, because you have better chance to hit them, usually. Can't move anywhere. I guess I'll just attack normally. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Go back. No, go back. Act, attack. Just attack this guy. Not a lot of damage though, unfortunately. Should probably move. Let's retreat a little bit. And then I can do that. Alright. Any potions? Any potions? You need a potion? You need a potion? Not really. So I was checking if the chemist has like a range attack. Doesn't. We'll just stand over here. Chemist is, by the way, is just a support character. Like later on, it'll probably be more efficient to have like white mages, at least in the early game. There might be some powerful like consumables, but I kind of don't like the idea of consumables in any game because I just feel like I never want to use them, right? It's always the case where like, but I don't want to use this consumable. It's gonna go away if I use it, right? So I just never use it. But the only way to heal, maybe not the only way, but the best way to heal in an early game is just using chemist guys because they can throw items. I believe other characters can eventually learn to use items too. I don't know if you have to be a chemist or I don't know. But they can only use it either for themselves or for anyone adjacent to them. But a chemist can always just throw items, which is nifty. But I remember preferring to use mages because, it doesn't waste items in that case, right? Nothing I can do here, I guess. Hey, how about just a nice little smack to the head just to keep you on your toes, right? I guess I could do that, but probably shouldn't. Okay, that's really annoying. I can't fix it. Hopefully it's not too bad. Hold on. Let me just like do this. Can't do it again, but like. Yeah, alright. Maybe hopefully if I do that, it's not too bad. It's basically just reconnected. They all like turn it off, turn it on again. Let's see here. Probably kill you. Yeah, let's kill you. Kill Steel. Oop. So yeah, experience, obviously experience is like leveling up. It's like very typical RPG. But JP I believe is job points. So depending on what class your character is in, they get job points, which allow them to you know, basically get more skills and all that, and advance their class. And unique aspect of this game is that you want to combine classes, generally. Let's just wait there. Because some classes have requirements to them that allow that you need to like level up in a certain level at a certain job, I guess, before you're allowed to advance to a different type of class. So you want your characters to go through a certain path, I guess, to get even more advanced types of classes in the end. You know, which is it's pretty cool, right? I believe in the PSP version, this one has like new classes, but they're more like endgame classes though. So basically, you just have to master almost all the classes available in the game, and then you get to be like, you know, super class or whatever, but usually not really all that worth it, I feel like, because by the end, you know, you only need to be a super class unless you do some, I don't know, there's probably some more like endgame content in the PSP version as well, maybe. That was like a pure challenge or whatever. I don't know, I'm taking a long time just deciding. I just want to move these guys out of the way because I don't really, you know, I'm not gonna use them, so they're just gonna get out of the way. I'm prolonging the battle. Obviously the battle could be a little bit faster if I just actually use my other characters, but again, I'm not gonna use them in the future. Also, they turn into a crystal. Oh no, somebody died. There's a death system, I guess. They turn into a crystal. You get something for collecting the crystal, I think, or something. I think you learn a skill, right? Or something? Yeah. I'd like to murder you, please. Please die. But yeah, the characters when they get knocked out in this game, it takes 3 turns for them to basically die permanently. Obviously, you don't want that to happen to your main character, and just in general though, you don't want it to happen to your characters because they're gone forever, and you lose you know, all the time you spent investing in them, I guess. You do get some skills. I believe, again, the crystal, you can do like a weird thing where like you intentionally kill them and then grab the crystals for a new character and they can learn the skills, I guess, or something, but I mean, it's kind of cruel, isn't it? You know, it's kind of like horrible, isn't it? Just like killing off your allies just to steal their essence, steal their soul. Isn't that evil? You're mid-maxing, maybe it doesn't matter. Also, Delila's gonna die. Again, does it matter? I don't remember if it matters. Now, it would suck if I got a game over, though. You know, if I got a game over. So just in case, it's kind of a waste, I feel like. I don't know, I don't remember the mechanics, to be honest. But I'm just gonna heal him. Even though he's just gonna steal experience, you know, whatever. There. Wait there. You have 1 potion, Dilly. I wasted 1 potion on you, buddy. Better be worth it. You better not, oh, I don't know, backstab me in the future or something? I don't know. Now, power potion. You can grind forever, actually. You can't just go into an infinite loop. You can grind starting now, you know, like, because the way the game works is that you don't need you get a chunk of experience if you kill a character, but you can just keep hitting each other ad nauseum. So you can like basically torture somebody or torture an enemy. You don't even have to do it on an enemy. I think you do it on an ally. I don't know if it changed in the PSP version, but I remember in the original, you could just like heal the enemy, hit them, heal them again, hit them again, heal them, hit them again, you know, just do that forever until you go to max level. It would take a while, but that's basically what you would do. So hit you in the face. And then just wait, I guess. Mature. It's funny that the enemies, by the way, also like level up, you know? They have their own like little experience counters, I guess. They even level up their jobs, even though it doesn't matter usually after the battle is already over. I find that funny. The lives don't matter. They're all gonna die here anyway. You're not the heroes, I am. Yeah, doesn't matter. Just go. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Good for you, Delita. Good for you. Ooh, a treasure chest. I mean, I guess I should probably grab that. I didn't know they left treasure chest. I don't remember. I actually don't remember. I got clothing. Wow. I stole their clothes. Good. Basically looted their corpse. Rush. Wow. Rush didn't do much though. You know, it does very little damage, and I believe all it does is just pushes an enemy, which is kind of useless. But whatever. Just heal up. Oh, did not work? Oh, I hit the... I forgot. It matters because the arc of the actual item... I didn't know that. I thought it was just, you know... That doesn't matter, I guess. I'll just kill this guy so he doesn't kill Delito anyway. Oop. Yeah. Delito. Alright, the mission's almost over. Just gotta clean up, just kill one more guy, right? Where are they? They're hiding over here. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'll just jump over here. I want to eventually move Ramza over there and get some more experience. You know, in my head anyway, I remember when I played this game, I remember liking the art. They're quite more chipified, I feel like, actually, you know, in the actual cutscenes and everything. And maybe that's just how they are, how they're supposed to look like. But I remember, I mean, the original art as well, you know, is like, they look cooler, I remember. A lot less cutesy. So in my mind, these little sprites look different. But, you know, I feel like more modern interpretations of this game are taken a little bit too literal, you know, so they just look like silly chibi characters. But in my head, that's not what they looked like. At the time, anyway. Because I remember, because I never played Final Fantasy Tactics the original first, when it came out, obviously. Again, like I played it a little while after. But my first exposure to Final Fantasy Tactics was actually the GBA version, which I didn't like, to be honest. You know, I liked the gameplay, but I didn't actually like the story, because the main reason... God, why is my... Stop doing that! Anyway, I'm gonna go play it every time, but what was I gonna say? I was gonna say that the GBA version, it's not a direct sequel. It's like it takes place in a similar setting, I guess. I mean, I guess literally Ivalice, but like it's a different story in the sense that instead of like actually taking place in the actual, you know, in the actual land of Ivalice and just having a normal story, basically, like this, just a medieval story, it just like turns into an isekai, you know? Which if you know me, I don't like isekais at all. I hate the idea, like, it kind of ruins the setting, you know? It's like, by the way, you know, I'm just a normal kid. Also, I get sucked into this fantasy world. Wow, it's like a video game. You know, it's like, I don't know, man. It's a little... Like, it's probably not exactly that. Probably there's, like, conflict and all that sort of thing. But, I don't know, it just feels like wish fulfillment. And it feels like a story that... Like, it's for a kid, you know? I don't know, maybe... I mean, that's the idea, I guess. But... It's basically like Digimon, you know? It just reminds me of Digimon. Like you have these characters like in the modern world, you know, basically, oh, it's like you and me, but also they get sucked into this magical world, and then what are they gonna do, you know? I don't know, I don't like that. But that's basically the plot to Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, the ones on GBA. I believe there's a sequel to that too, Advance 2 or whatever, A2. Which has more interesting mechanics, but again, I just don't like the story. The story is just like... not for me, because I rather them just, you know, it's quite a departure actually from, you know, the original Final Fantasy Tactics. It's all about political intrigue, you know, and all that. and medieval strife, I guess. And it's just like a story that just takes itself seriously, right? But then the one in GBA is just like, oh, by the way, it's all a video game. It's not real. Oh no! Like the main character, again, they just get sucked into this world, and they're like, oh no, I need to get back or whatever. You know, I got isekai in this magical world where I can be like a knight. It's kind of cool, but at the same time, to go back or whatever. I don't know. And like death is like not really taken seriously as well, because I mean, with the exception of maybe one area in that game, in the GBA version, you can't actually die. People just get knocked out, you know? It's like they get knocked out. Nobody actually dies. They just get knocked out. Don't worry about it, you know. And every battle, I believe, has a judge system as well, which is pretty cool conceptually, but immersion-wise, it makes every fight like not. You know, there's no stakes. It's just every fight is like, I guess, how do we call it? But it's supervised. I guess that's the word. You know, it's like a bunch of kids fighting each other, and there's the adult making sure no one pokes their eyes out. That's what it feels like in the GBA version. So that's the main reason I don't like it, because I don't know, there's just no stakes, the story wise or gameplay wise. It just feels like nothing is at stake and nothing is that important, and why do I even care if that's the case then, you know? I don't know. I might be biased, but that's why I prefer this story better, because it's just a straight up story. It's not like, by the way, you know, this is Sword Art Online, you're in a video game, you die in the game, you die in real life, ooh, spooky, you know? Can't take it seriously because of that. Also, I'm just bullying this guy. He just keeps healing and I just keep hitting him. It's free experience! Whee! Yeah. I mean, this is what you do, you know? This is what you do to level up. I probably should finish this. I don't want to, like, spend a million years here. I'll let her do damage, too. There she's up. Oop. Okay. I could have stayed there for a long while and kept doing that, but we'll just continue. This takes too long. There you go. Honest work would see them die old and bad, yet they choose instead this early grave. Why persist in such folly? Yes, I'm a rich person. Why would they just be like... Why don't they just have money? Why don't they just not be, you know, criminals? And just be like me. Rich and full of money. Bonus card. Oh, do you get that if you, maybe if you like finish the battle fast? I mean, maybe that's an incentive as well, not to take a billion years in one mission. Maybe.